Hello, I'm Emma Willis, and I am delighted to be hosting this special assembly on behalf of Bafta and Place to Be, supported by Oak National Academy to launch Children's Mental Health Week 2022. Now, this year's theme is growing together, because something that we've all become very aware of over the past few years is that we all need help and support to develop and grow emotionally. Physical growth is obvious to us because we can see ourselves grow from children to teenagers to adults. We can also understand intellectual growth as we acquire knowledge and skills at school and then from the wider world around us. What's not so easy to recognise and understand is how we grow emotionally, yet it's an absolutely vital part of our development. Now, before we explore it more, let's hear a very special message of support.
Hello everyone, I'm Olivia Coleman and I'm delighted to support this year's Children's Mental Health Week along with my Bafta friends and Place to Be. The past few years have been challenging for everyone, so it's vital that we look after our own mental well-being but also find ways to support each other. This year's theme is growing together. We're always growing, we just may not realise it. The most difficult growth to recognise is emotional. So let's talk about it. We often grow by trying new things or learning from challenges and setbacks. These experiences help us grow, but we often need the support of others to help us, especially when things are tough. And in turn, we can also be the support for friends and family. For Children's Mental Health Week 2022, we're encouraging everyone to explore how they have grown together and to celebrate how even through difficult times, with the right support, we can all continue to grow and flourish. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much for that message. How nice to get it. And now a very warm welcome to our guests. We have students from Folkestone Academy and from Carrick Academy in South Ayrshire. We have got from Folkestone, Tallulah and Christian. Hello.
Hi. Hello.
Thanks for being with us. And from Carrick, we have got Thomas and Eden. How are you two doing?
We're good.
Good. We've also got Place to Be expert James Emmett. How are you, James?
Very well, thank you, Emma. Thank you.
Thanks for having us today. We have Kia Pegg, who is an actor and a presenter. She was also BAFTA nominated for her role in The Dumping Ground when she was just 14 years old. Nice to meet you, Kia.
Nice to meet you. Hello.
Hi. And finally, we've got Kit Young, who is currently in Budapest filming Shadow and Bone and has very kindly taken the time out today to be with us for this chat. Kit, it is lovely to meet you. How are you?
Good to be here.
Good. Now, we're going to start with a classic letter writing activity. Our students have been asked to write a letter to their younger selves. James, what sort of thing are you hoping to get out of this activity?
I think it's really important not to go down the expected sort of maybe academic route and think about anything and everything. It could be relationships, sporting achievements, anything that you might have gone through. And I suppose this is your chance to time travel in a way and go back and offer not just advice, but reassurance to a younger you. There might be something that you're particularly proud of that you did or that you were about in that time. And it might be that's something you want to say to your younger self.
Kia, what piece of advice would you give to yourself?
My younger self was disgustingly confident. Didn't have friends. So I was like, listen, kid, when you stop trying to please every single person around you, you will actually make friends. Because that was my problem. I was very confident, but I wanted everyone to like me all the time. So I tried to do whoever I was with was doing. And so the piece of advice I give to my younger self is when you find people that like you for you, who you actually are, those are friends. The other ones, they're not friends. Like they're just people that you're going through life trying to please.
Yeah. How about you, Kit? What advice would you give to your younger self?
I think it's okay to not put too much pressure on yourself all the time. And I think it's okay to ask questions and it's okay to be wrong about things. And quite often you'll find that there isn't a right answer, except for maths. Maths, there's definitely. And I think your teenager is kind of the perfect time to start having these conversations, because everyone around you is developing. And I think the really lovely thing is that as much as you will be going through all of these changes, so are all of your peers, so are all of your friends. And so if we are kind to each other and allow people to get it wrong and allow people to fail sometimes and change their mind about things, if we treat people with a bit of kindness, then I think it makes it easier on all of us.
So Christian and Tallulah, would you mind reading your letters for us?
Dear Christian, I'm writing to you as your future self to tell you how much of a great person you are going to be in your future. It's been tough in your primary school with a few things, for example, understanding things, focusing, and some other issues. Now, as I'm your future self, I would like you to know no matter what you can achieve, whatever you want in life, no matter if you struggle in school, at home, or wherever. Don't think about all the negative things. Think about your achievements or your stars of the week, your house badge for being house captain, and not just that. Think about all the great times you had with your friends, teachers, and your fun times at school. In the future, you will have a great set of friends here at the Folkestone Academy, lessons you have never had, new family members, new teachers, and new goals and dreams. Your future self, Christian. Good luck.
Wow. Gosh, I think I'm going to have to go and write my own letter.
Dear young me, I know it's been tough for the past couple of years, but I know it can be annoying to keep track of the things that you want to do in life. School has been quite a struggle, but I know I can do it and develop my goals. When I started Folkestone Academy, I didn't have any friends, but I can work on my friendship. My family's quite annoying, especially my brothers, but they look after me just to make sure I'm safe. And that's all I wanted to say. Yours sincerely, thank you for listening.
You know what, Tallulah? I really struggled with the same things at secondary school. But you have such a better outlook and such a better way of dealing with it than I did, and it's so impressive. I also really related to the thing about the brothers. I have two brothers. They're also really annoying. They do also look after me, so I can't complain about it. But I really, like, on a personal level, really related to your letter, and it made me so happy to hear the way that you've written it, and that when I was your age, I wouldn't have been able to look at it that way and deal with it in the way you have. So I think it's really, really impressive.
Dear Thomas, age 10, I'm writing this letter to hopefully help you out with trying new things, and that the more the things that you try, the better things can actually seem and will be. Thanks to both confidence and curiosity, I have achieved 2 grade 5 exams, currently doing my Duke of Edinburgh, and have been in multiple orchestras. I've also been enjoying even the smallest things in life. Don't let anyone try to keep you down, especially yourself. You can build a castle of success just as long as you don't move past the mistakes and failures. I hope this advice will help you. Best regards, future you, Thomas.
I love castle of success.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say the exact same.
I hope you don't mind. I'm going to start using that phrase.
Dear Eden, age 10, I'm writing to you to make sure you keep up all your confidence and just go for everything that you want to achieve in life. If you keep up your confidence and don't let anyone tell you what you can and cannot do, you will be able to achieve so much. With your confidence, you have been able to join the South Ayrshire Senior Brass Band and to go to multiple competitions, and especially the one in Manchester where you achieved the Platinum Award. Never let anyone keep you from what you love doing. And I would say that's probably the biggest thing that I've learned.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Good.
Eden, you mentioned confidence a few times in that letter. Are you a naturally confident person, or is it something that you've struggled with?
Yeah, I've definitely struggled with it. It's just something that I would like to work on. It's like you were saying earlier about fitting in. Like with playing in a band, it's something not many people want to try because they feel as if it will make them not popular, like just those kind of things with secondary school. But it really helped with confidence.
Thomas, you mentioned the word failure as well, I think, in your letter, and I'm I'm a big one. I'm always like glass half empty. I have this person that lives in the back of my head that I call Nelly because she's quite negative. And what I've learned to do is reframe all of my negative thoughts and put a positive spin on them. So when I think failure, I change it to growth, because even if we fail, we learn and we move on from that, and growth will happen. And thanks everybody for sharing your thoughts on that. And for anybody that's watching at home or at school, you can hit the pause button if you want to, and you can do that activity together. Right, okay, so our next activity is going to be possibly a little bit more challenging, as we also obviously have to learn from difficult experiences and challenges that we have in life.
For me, this activity is all about thinking about two sides of the same coin, really. Times when you've had struggles or difficulties, whatever that might be, but think about, I suppose, examples that you've overcome, that you feel have been resolved. So it's a safe thing to talk about. And then the second part of it is thinking about times when you're, winning at life, when things are going well and you feel you're really performing at your best. And it might be those two might be the same situation at times, or two halves of the same situation. The first part of this is, what kind of feelings are you experiencing in these sorts of tough situations?
I think most of the stuff that happens to me whenever I do have tough times or have had tough times is mostly worry on how it could affect me as a whole, and how it will lead to everything after that, and how it could also affect how others think of me.
Brilliant. It's a great example. And I think that's probably a really universal one as well, Thomas. I think a lot of people would relate to that. What about you, Eden?
It's probably what other people think about me that will probably get to me more than myself, because I feel like when other people tell you, like, say negative things, you start to think of it like yourself like that.
You're definitely not alone with that. That's both really, really common ways of thinking. Definitely. Thank you.
It's really great now. When I was in school, it didn't feel like it was time to have those discussions with my friends. So you panic and you worry and you feel deeply and you have negative thoughts by yourself. And then when you're with your friends, you pretend it's not happening. And I think that's something that I know a lot of people I grew up with all kind of struggled with. It's really good to be able to openly talk with someone, and you'll probably find that they're going through something quite similar.
So at school, all my friends help me when I have bad times and good times, especially today when I was feeling a bit sad. One of my friends came over and gave me a hug.
That's the kind of friends you want, isn't it? Not the people that you worry about what do they think about you. Like, you want the ones that are there and they're present in their friendship with you, and they do anything for you. I think a lot of the time what's happening in our head is much worse than what's happening in reality. And Thomas, I think it's amazing, how you are kind of thinking, what do other people think of me, and how is that going to impact me in the future? How emotionally intelligent is that, about thinking about what's happening now and what it will do to me in the future? You have that skill set already. And I think as well, massively, like what Kit said, you'd have these thoughts and you'd have these feelings when you were younger, and you wouldn't talk about them because that's not the right thing to do. And I think that's massively empowering to see people of your age, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, being open and honest and saying, this is me, this is how I feel, and asking for help. Like, talk to me, respond to me. Like, it's so inspiring listening to all of you today. I'm overwhelmed, actually. I'm quite emotional. Thank you, everybody. I think it's quite apparent, isn't it, that how important it is to take the time to reflect on your feelings and think about how they make you feel, and think about how they make other people feel, and how you can grow together and learn from things. Now, today, we're also launching Bafta's Young Presenter competition, and it's using the theme of Children's Mental Health Week. Bafta is inviting you to continue exploring your personal growth by making a short film on the subject. Now, you might want to read out your letter to your younger self, discuss your best self, or you could interview someone that you feel supports you. It's open this year to a new age category, so that's 10 to 18-year-olds, which means all of you that are watching. Last year's winner, Samira, she achieved her goal of interviewing footballer Jesse Lingard, and she also reported from a red carpet premiere, and we would absolutely love to help someone else with their wish list. So all you need to do is check out the Bafta Kids website to get all the information you need. It has been fascinating and informative. It feels appropriate, though, to end the assembly by demonstrating how it's possible to grow together, even in just a very short time. So I'm going to ask our guests to share one thing that they've learned about themselves today, or a word or two that best sums up the theme of growing together.
I think I've learned about myself that I think I've made a lot more improvements since I was like sort of 15, 16 than I realised, which has been a nice little reflection to have for me. But in general, I've learned that the next generation that are at secondary school now are already so ahead of where secondary school was when I was at secondary school, which wasn't even that long ago. And so it's really, I don't know, very inspirational.
Yeah, I think I've learned something today. I think I've learned to be a little more honest with myself. You try and stay clear of talking about stuff that feels hard and stuff that doesn't go well for you. But actually, I found myself today quite excited to share and very eager to hear what people want, what you guys wanted to say.
I think I've put too much pressure on myself, and this has definitely helped for me to try and learn about how I do that, and definitely helpful to try and help me stop or just lessen it.
Does it feel reassuring as well to hear that everybody else is doing that, and that it's not just you?
Yeah.
And James, what about you?
I saw something recently, and it was a message saying everybody's going through their own struggle. You know, we're all just doing our best to get through life and daily struggles and other struggles, and wrestle with how we feel and who we are and who we want to grow into. Be kind to yourself. My granddad had a brilliant saying, and it's the one I live by, and it's nice to be nice. You know, Be nice to yourself, be nice to other people, and it's the oil that makes the world go round.
Massive thank you to all of our guests today, and of course for you guys joining us. All of the activities and resources are available on the Children's Mental Health Week website, so please feel free to get involved. And just a reminder, be kind to yourselves and to others. And again, thank you so much for watching. Bye.